Hello everybody, my name is Nicholas Dobbins, and in this presentation I will be covering presentations designed to inform people. So in this presentation we will cover what informative presentations actually are, different types of informative presentations, and lastly a few tips to create better and effective informative presentations. So let's get started. What are informative presentations? They are designed to um, They are designed to provide information and ideas about a topic. They include a broad range of purposes and formats that we will cover a little bit later on in this presentation. These presentations can address a variety of topics, as well from teaching, how to do a task to, telling people about endangered species. They can be very easy or very complex depending on which way you come about. They're one of the most used types of presentations out of all of them, and a common mistake that people think is that the presentation is a transfer from the presenter's brain to the audience's brain, but it's not. Each presenter brings a unique perspective when giving this type of presentation. From the information that is given to the information that is left out, it all reflects the point of view of the presenter. So, moving right along, different types of informative presentations. There are 7 main types of informative presentations. They are conference presentations, information or product review, customer information session, design or documentation review, classroom presentation, brown bag lunches, and lastly, community information session. So now I'm going to break all 7 of those down so you have a better understanding of what they are. So conference presentations, these presentations are mainly used by professionals in their desired fields. They come together every so often and have anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to talk about new ideas and what's going on within their field. The next type of presentation is information or product update. So this type of presentation is designed to provide updated information about a service or product. The name kind of gives that one away. That one's not really too hard to understand. Moving along, customer information sessions. This type of presentation, it's really similar to the information or product update, except it's kind of more general in terms of content. With this type of presentation, it is designed to present customers with information about any aspect of a product, a service, procedure, or really even the company as a whole. The next type of presentation is design or documentation review. In this one, the presenter brings the first version of his or her design to present to others, and he'll talk about it. And these presentations are they need to be well organized. They take a lot of time. They're very hard. They're a very hard presentation to give. So you need to plan these out and take your time with them. Make sure that everything will run smoothly when the time comes to give your presentation. The next one is classroom presentation. I'm sure everybody here has heard one of these or maybe even given one of these. Classroom presentations are given, either by a teacher, a student, or an invited guest. They can be projects if you're a student, lectures if you're a teacher, or they can even be information about the future or future job opportunities, just depending on what type of invited guest you have in your classroom that day. The next one is brown bag lunches. These presentations are usually done on lunch breaks, hence the name brown bag lunches. The people of the company will all come together and they'll eat their lunch, and somebody usually within the company will come and give a little presentation, nothing big, mainly just like safety updates, health updates, just updates in general within the company, and everybody will eat their lunch and listen. And lastly is the community and information session. These presentations are usually when experts will come and give these presentations at community events. This is a excellent way to get information out to the community. So the last little topic here that I want to cover is tips to create effective, informative presentations. So starting off, you want to start with a really good, strong introduction. You want to try to connect as much as you can with your audience and make sure that they want to buy in and pay attention to your presentation. The next tip here is use words that people can understand. Don't use jargon. Not everybody knows the topic as well as you. So make sure that everybody can understand the words that you're using. Don't use, something that you and your buddy, the only two that knows, and you are going to give that information to somebody that has maybe no idea what you're talking about. So just use words that everybody can understand when listening to your presentation. You want to state your viewpoints up front. This goes to the golden rule of oral presentations. You want to tell them what you're going to tell them, then you want to tell them, and then you want to tell them what you told them. This helps your presentation run really, really smooth. Explain your topic very clearly. Make sure that everyone knows what you're talking about. State them, and then it goes back to the golden rule. State your topic, tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them again. Make sure the audience is with you. You can ask questions throughout your presentation to make sure that the audience is still bought in. If they're asking questions, they're curious, they're listening, they're thinking. That's how you know you're giving a good presentation. Be enthusiastic. Nobody likes a monotone speaker. You don't want to talk like this the whole presentation. People's going to fall asleep. You want to change your voice, use hand gestures, show that you care about what you're talking about. So if people see that you care, they're going to care a little bit more. And it's all just going to help your presentation run a little bit smoother. Be professional. Look good and clean. Take a shower that morning. Come in dressed up. If you come in looking like you're off the streets, nobody's going to want to pay attention to somebody that looks like they just woke up or in a rush, not really ready to give that good, strong presentation. And lastly, you want to end with a good, strong conclusion. Wrap everything up, brush over the topics that you covered, goes back to the golden rule, kind of tidy everything up, close out your presentation. Thank them for coming. And after this, you can even ask a few more questions at the very end to see what people, if you didn't cover it well enough, they can ask you those questions. Now, a couple tips about questions here real quick is if, say, this person here has asked questions the whole time and he keeps raising his hand, but a few more new people are raising their hand, ask them about their question. This guy's gotten a lot of questions. You want to kind of spread those out. And if you think that maybe the question was too quiet for everybody in the room to hear, restate the question and then answer it. If it's a stupid question to you, it's not a stupid question to them because they asked it, Answer the question. Don't give them a look just because you think it's an easy question and they should know it. Still answer the question. Don't make them feel like they're stupid or anything like that. So that basically covers my presentation on good informative presentations. So we covered what an informative presentation actually is. We covered a few different types of informative presentations, and I broke those down so you can better understand them. And lastly, I gave you a few tips to give good informative presentations. My name is, once again, Nicholas Dobbins, and thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you.